Hello everyone, this is the Mad Salvi letting you know that unless things are proven with Twitter posts and stuff like that and have actual proof behind it, treat everything in this thing as a theory. I will try to mark certain things as news and theory and everything like that to kind of let you guys understand, but also, you know, use a critical mind. And I hope you do enjoy. Here we go with something that is not new to us. Of course, we are in the VTuber community. We know about these things, but this is what is going on. It says, is this the future of Disney character meet and greets, fully interactive characters able to hold real full-time conversations with guests? Wouldn't surprise me if we start seeing pop up in the park soon. Which characters would you like to see bring to life with the technology? Basically, it's the same thing that happens in meet and greets over in the VTuber sphere. Has been done for years, by the way. Not anything brand new. What is brand new is that Disney's doing it, and that's why Disney's getting that attention, of course. It's still cool. Like, it depends, like, on the one on the right, Guardians of the Galaxy one. That one looks interesting just because of the fact that it is very high definition, very high fidelity. One on the left is just like a regular VTuber with maybe a mocap suit that can maybe move around a little bit. Maybe both have mocap suits. But yeah, it's not AI driven. At least as far as I can tell, it's not AI driven. They want it to have character. So if they're doing it right, they're definitely going to be doing it in such a way that it will seem organic. Mickey Mouse is my Kamiyoshi. Will he be able to do Disney karaoke without getting striked? As long as YouTube didn't accidentally strike him, how it happened in Sony music video. Still think it's great for workers there. Do you know how hot one of those costumes get? Great for them until they turn Mickey Mouse into a Disneyfied Neurosama in a couple of years. That's my fear. My fear is that it will become an AI thing. We know Neurosama is quite crazy in the things that she does. If you don't know who Neurosama is, you can search her up. She's done by Beetle. It's an AI. It's an AI VTuber. It's one that is always known as an AI VTuber and always been just crazy in the way it is. Super popular. But yeah, it's an AI VTuber. The future is here. Haven't they been doing this with Crush from Finding Nemo for a while already? We're watching a video about him. The guy who did Crush was unfortunately terminated during COVID lockdown. I think his Disney park was struggling. He became a Twitch streamer afterwards. So Ruffman did it first, but honestly, Turtle Talk with Crush, Monsters Inc., Laugh Floor were definitely proto VTubing tech-wise, and they're likely 20 years old. Oh no, it's not Wesley Corporals here. Basically, people are like, I don't know about Disney doing this kind of stuff. We're not sure about Disney doing this kind of stuff, so we'll take a look and you know, try it out. Either way, it's interactions. The ones that I think we're going to enjoy this a lot more are going to be children. And that is, like I said, good thing for the people that used to be out in the summers in the suits. Maybe they can be in an air-conditioned room with a mocap suit and be able to walk around and chat with people in their little environments here. That would be kind of cool. That would honestly be pretty cool. Don't know how they're going to do it, but like I said, VTubers have been doing it for a bit now. And, you know, there have been meet and greets and things like that with IRL people in the past. So we'll see how this goes. Not everything Disney does is horrible, but we'll just see if they make it an AI thing or not. That's my big fear. I'm just going to add this at the end of the last scene here, just looking at how Rocket Raccoon moves, just giving you an idea. Like I said, I think it is going to be a mocap suit from what it looks like here. It's mocap suit. They're using voice changers.
Cool name. Where's your bestie Groot?
Where is Groot? Well, he's on Xander right now.
See, they're doing little things like that. So that is a couple of little things that are happening there. Of course, this is a Marvel/Disney thing, so that's why I'm doing it short for you guys, giving you guys a little bit of actual viewership of what's going on, like viewing of what's going on. Here we have a post about the lowering of Niji EN subs. They're still dwindling, according to what this person is showing here. The YouTube subscribers, their Pandora is staying around the same. Fanana's lowering, Anna's lowering, Millie's lowering. It may be YouTube corrections, since a lot of these aren't lowering when only some of them are. It seems like the ones that are lowering have had, you know, things that they may have misspoken about in the past, or some kind of, you know, drama in the past. But others like Alira and, you know, others that Ike, Vox haven't lowered. Vox, especially Luca, hasn't lowered. So I'm not seeing a direct connection between drama and them continuing to lower. I think things are stabilizing, maybe some YouTube corrections and what YouTube thinks are bots, etc. Need a more long-term to show this. The rest stop drooping. Are some growing again? Did they all essentially freeze with zero growth? I actually gained a lot of subscribers with the 3D debut featuring Hatsune Miku, but after a week, he began to lose subscribers again. I feel like Nijisanji EN's reputation is so damaged now that new fans come and learn about the company history, then they leave. So no matter how talented the livers are, the company image will drag them down. And that's why I've always advocated for the livers. It is, if you've made a mistake and you correct it, okay, cool, give you another chance. If you haven't corrected it, well, then I'll criticize you as well. But fix yourself. And if you are trying to fix yourself and you're still being dropped by the company, I do feel bad, because as a liver myself, as a VTuber myself, I know how hard it is to keep PR going well, especially if you have a large organization or a larger person trying to bring you down at every turn. It does suck. So see, last 30 days, its subscribers is still a good site. If you want to compare month to month, this one right here is still better. You'll just change months right hand corner. This is V stats right here. Last 7 days, 1,000 down. Overall, last 30 days, plus 2,000. So there's still some drops here, as you're seeing. The people you're seeing here, there's still people dropping. So they're still having the drop. The other one was a little bit less correct, I'm guessing. Less active, less actively updated. It's crazy how stagnant their subscriber count is after 7 months. They're growing just backwards. Makes sense. When you betray an audience, you lose them. Once you lose the trust, it's much harder to gain it back. And that's the issue. Trying not to lose the trust. That's what I try to do. Try to keep the trust going. Millie on her way back to 500. Kay, Scarla needs more love. She's great. Scarla is great. Other VTubers are great. Like I say, I always advocate for the VTubers instead of the organization they're in. That's why I say you can watch them. You can support them if they have, you know, a Streamlabs, etc. That type of thing. If you know their PL, you can support their PL if their Streamlabs is still available. You can do that to support them if you want. That money will not hit Nijisanji at all if they have a PL and they have if you're able to find it and you're able to find a Streamlabs for them, then support them there if it's still available. We are talking today about Fuzaki Miki, a VTuber, a trilingual female virtual YouTuber who debuted on 14th of June and retired on May 21st of 2021, less than a year afterwards. She's the president of the United States of Miki, based on a long-running gag made by her fans. And why am I talking about her today? We have this, Fuzaki Miki, Miki's first tweet since she graduated back in 2021. So she came back a little bit just to say, remember to vote for El Presidente. And Oren-chan is replied, basically saying Mr., that kind of thing. I've been viewing her Twitter for a while, waiting for the day she unprivates it. Seeing her tweet, to me, is huge, especially since it's the first time since she graduated. Might not mean anything, but who knows anymore. She might just be wanting to contact people on Twitter. She might just want to be going back to the friend group that she had on Twitter. It might be one of those things. She may not be trying to make a comeback or anything like that. Let's not pressure on people, because when it's like, oh, she's going to make a comeback, it puts pressure on them to try to make a comeback, maybe if they weren't planning it. And now, you have all that stress of people saying that you will be doing it. That is not good, because that, like I said, it breeds some very serious situations where it's like, oh my God, now you have to do this, now you have to do that, etc. And that's never good. That's never good for any creator at all. And she actually unprivate her Twitter. It doesn't seem like it. The person who posted must have been following Miki before she graduated. I'm just waiting for the day that she does. It's still privated. The padlock is still by her name. I'm guessing OP managed to follow her before she locked it. So it's still locked, but someone was able to, people who are following Fuzaki Miki. I wasn't that big into the VTuber scene at that point, so I probably haven't followed her. And it apparently is a PL of who. I'm not going to mention the name because you can see it apparently. More enticed than dreading. Well, that surprised me sideways. I didn't expect it. The thing is, like I said, do not ever go and assume, because you know what they say about assuming. I try not to assume things because exactly, you know what the saying goes about assuming. This is that the pink girl in Nijisanji's lovely pink, the one that ends with me, in Nijisanji. It's her PL account. This type of stuff, I think it is going back to what I've said before. I think the management just doesn't care anymore. I think the management is just kind of laissez-faire with everything. They're like, whatever, let it be. It is what it is. Let them do what they're going to do as long as they don't actually, do anything that breaks our rules, like directly breaking our rules, like NDA breaches and stuff like that. We don't care. It seems to be that way because it happened first with Hex. It's happened with others that they're going into PLs and just chatting or venting. Aya, I think Aya did it at some point as well. Scarlet, I believe she may have done it at some point as well. Others have done it in their PLs. And this could just be a venting situation or a kind of reminder, hey, I'm still alive, I'm still here, and not necessarily, pushing out anything. I have gone over this several times before. about Moruru. Moruru, I'm going to be very open with you, is Himemori Luna now. Momuru was a liver with Nijisanji in the early days. If you know Himemori Luna, then you know Momuru. She was supposedly mistreated by the fans and by people behind, saying that she was trying to get attention because of her voice, things like that. And she did mention, as Luna, that she had some trauma from a previous workplace where that made her feel very unwanted, very timid. That's why she was very timid when she went into Hololive. She mentioned this before. She didn't mention what workplace it was, but for those who knew the past, knew that it was Nijisanji and her as Momuru. She had, she was the same Luna that she is now. She was the same person. It's just, I think, the environment that Nijisanji creates, one of competition versus inclusiveness and being a part of something bigger, like what Hololive tries to do, like what Vshoujo tries to do, Idol EN and other smaller companies try to do this, where you see the agency VTubers really talk to each other and really enjoy their time together. This one with Moruru didn't seem to have any of that. Generally not surprising that at least 2 to 3 Hololive members all have histories related to Nijisanji. Almost ironically, all of them are either negative or hyper creepy as F. With most VTuber fans opting not to talk about these incidents more often than not, just avoid talking about Nijisanji and its fans in general, as the only thing worse than being bad is being flat out treated like you have been forgotten. And out of respect for the talents who were harassed or attacked, there's no reason to continue the negative energy into their new persona. Many think just see it as Nijisanji's loss, rather than Nijisanji is in its self-made echo chamber that it's doing good. In real truth, they are only about breaking even from what it looks like. And I know some here are going to be biting at the chain and be like, this hollow talents were abused. I don't believe NDF or sisters would do such a thing. Do yourself a genuine favor and take your own time Googling Hololive and NDF sisters, and you'll probably find the VT threads relating to it. Just be warned, it's pretty effing dark stuff, and I wouldn't wish what they went through on anyone. As Kratos said, we fans have a lot of power, and to some extent, creators are like gods. But it's on us to, quote, be better. We are the ones that set the MO and the status quo for others to see, and it's not about being the literal loudmouth right one, it's about being ethically right. And that's the thing. Ethically, the things that were done to her when she was Moruru is wrong. I don't think she was fully bullied. At least there's no full evidence of her being fully bullied at this point by any specific livers. But you can bully without knowing that you're doing it. If you exclude somebody, if they try to talk to you and then you just leave them on red, that type of thing can be demoralizing to someone else. It may not be intentional bullying. It may not be the whole point of harassment and bullying to that extent, but it will demoralize somebody. I'm pretty sure because of the culture that seems to be pervasive both in JP and EN of it just being a competition, there are a lot of times that maybe, because of who she was or the way she talked or anything like that, any kind of personal reasons, they didn't want to talk to her, and that made them just avoid her. That avoidance can be seen as bullying by the person being avoided. It may not be like malicious bullying, but it can be demoralizing. And that's what I've always said. It's not right that she was demoralized this way. It's not right that it left her with scars that she still has to deal with now as Himemori Luna, who has over 1 million subs, by the way. So they lost a big opportunity, Nijisanji. And Hololive polished what was there. And you had a lot of people, Fubuki and others, popping out and talking to her and going, and Matsuri was one of them, going and talking to her, going and making her feel welcome, making her a part of different collabs, asking her to collab. Nijisanji could have done the same thing. I didn't see that happen, and that's why she left. So it may not have been to the point of extreme bullying, but it was demoralizing, and it did leave her with scars. And that's the important part. This is a little bit of a twofer here for you guys. First, we freaking finally have taranchama being sold. I want it. I rarely ever buy stuff, but I want taranchama. I want that on my mantle. I want that somewhere. It is freaking... Where's taranchama from? Taranchama is this. It's actually being sold on GeekJack. It is basically the outside of Japan place to sell. It is scheduled to be shipped, estimated around late January to late February of 2025. I don't mind waiting that long to get taranchama in my house and scare the crap out of my family, because some of them are scared of spiders, and it's just kind of funny. I'm sorry, that's being mean. I wouldn't do that to someone who's deathly afraid. They'll just kind of jump. That's just kind of what they'll do. But here is Haachama in all of her glory, doing some intros. So she does things like this. She's doing her little dances. She's doing her singing, like here. That one right there. So she did that a little bit. We all know that beam, boom, boom, beam, boom, boom, beam, boom, boom, boom. That one. It's that one. It's that one. So she's doing that one. Of course, I can't really put it all because it's just, it is what it is. She's having more songs with, there we go, person who I spoke about earlier in one of my videos, Himemori Luna, Kanata. These types of things, I'm very glad to see Himemori Luna in a part of it. As you know, she used to be Moruru. But yes, I'm very glad. She used to be Moruru from Nijisanji, and she's doing so much better now. Kanata's having fun. Haachama's having fun. She was ill for like 8 months that she was out of commission in a hospital. We don't know exactly what happened. It's her business, not ours. But she was in a hospital. And now Koyori here, too. She's doing stuff with Koyori. Oh my god, she was doing that, that sweet chocolate one. I love this one. I sang it before. Oh my god. I sang it before. This is amazing. Sweetie magical one. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that they sang that together. Oh my god. I love it. I love that they sang that together. What? Uh-oh. With Watame! She sang with Watame. She's singing with a lot of other wonderful, wonderful people. So those things, she's just singing all these wonderful parts. She's having so much fun. All these guests here are, she had, Matsuri's there, and Chanmama, it looks like, and Nene as well. Nene's on break, by the way. I believe she's still on break, but that doesn't mean that she won't show up to these types of things, because if you're invited, of course you're gonna freaking show up. A lot of these things also, by the way, are pre-recorded, so this very well may have been a thing before the Nene decided to be on hiatus. It's nice to see Matsuri there. Them doing an amazing thing. I think is this Senbon Sakura? I'm not sure. Let's double check. Let's check it. No, they're doing something else. It's another song. And then you have, yes, my doc, Yamada. There we go. Yes, a Hollow X. Yes, you have. Oh my god, Lapis. Are you rapping? Yes, they're rapping. Okay, I'm having too much fun here. I need to. They're having a great time, and this is what I like about it. And she even did something with Callie. Yep. That's so awesome. I'm sorry. This is just a good time with Haachama. Just reminding you guys that yes, this is the way an agency should treat their talents. This is a way an agency should do these things. And even did something with Ame. Oh my god! They're doing that one too! Oh my god. That is baby metal. That is baby metal. They're doing baby metal. They're doing karate by baby metal. Ame and her are doing karate by baby metal. I'm sorry, I'm fanning too much. But yeah, you can tell that I love these songs, and I'm so glad she's doing this. Again, I've gone a little bit too long with this, a bit longer than I wanted, but it always makes me happy. Whether it's Nijisanji, whether it is Hololive, if they're truly happy and they're having their birthday concerts and they're truly happy doing what they do, I always advocate for the livers first. I always advocate for the VTubers first, and I'm super excited that agencies like Hololive do this, and I hope Nijisanji steps up to the plate and does this as well, because even smaller agencies are doing this. And that's the whole point why I wanted to do all this, because I wanted to show this is the proper way to do a birthday live. If you are a large agency, if you're a small agency and can't afford this, then that's perfectly fine. There are cheaper ways. If you want to look at a cheaper way of doing it, look at Oren-chan. She does her own stuff. She, has people helping her out, of course, and she goes through the steps of being able to do it. So you can do it as well. But larger agencies do deserve to do this to their fans and for their fans and for their livers. Here is a meme because, of course, they're singing here. And we have Yago in the background. he actually says, whoa, whoa, whoa. He does his thing. That is Yago there. And that is what Riku tries to be, but Riku never will be. And that is just a little bit of meme time I have for you guys, just kind of showing what's going on here. And hopefully giving you guys a little bit of a smile, because it gave me a smile. It made me chuckle a little bit. This part here is in light of what recently happened to Idol being bought by Brave, and stuff, and coming out in my last video that I put out, the last video before this one, of Idol having huge management issues from it looked like. Pochi Wamaru was one of the people who left because of that. There are other people. There's Momo Otani, I believe her name is Momo. Momo is one of the ones that recently I talked about in the last one. where she gave up and decided to do a hiatus because management wasn't getting it. They didn't get their act straight. Now that is moved to Brave, she decided to come back, but as a different character. She is retiring her old identity and is coming in as a new character through Brave Group's idol. Because from what she is seeing, management is getting way better. Management is giving a better chance. They're actually getting more managers. It's unfortunate that with growth, a lot of times management doesn't go that way. Even though idol has gotten a lot of positivity going on there, there are always negatives to everything. I don't see any malicious negativity happening. It wasn't maliciously done. It wasn't done intentionally to hurt their talents, but it does hurt their talents when they don't have good management, at least from what we have seen and what I was able to read last time. And that is growing pains, I think. Not every organization is able to grow their management team along with their actual growth. I believe Hololive also had that issue in the early days when they were growing rapidly. We know Nijisanji has that issue. We've known of VNU and other agencies that have the management issue. It's not only an idol thing. Don't take it as me only going against idol. All these other agencies, this is just the ones that are popping up right now. Not long ago, Idol, led by Ivil Basin, was known to be a blue chip agency, but now Idol practically falling apart after being acquired by Brave Group. I would say falling apart before the Brave Group acquisition. Brave Group just gave some people the chance to leave on the best terms they could have possibly ever had, possibly even better than if they would have left under Idol. As far as I know, Idol did not let them keep their IP. Brave Group was the one who let them keep their IP. So let's give all the credit where the credit is due. It's not to Idol that these things are happening. It's Brave Group that's giving them a good opportunity to leave. And what they're saying is that, remember, I'm just going to remind you guys, Brave Group said, you guys can leave, you can keep your IPs, we just want a revenue share for 1 year, instead of charging you a lump sum for what we feel the VTuber identity and socials are worth. Keep all your socials, do the revenue share with us as you stream, and then that's going to be paying everything off for a year. It could be way less than what we want, it could be way more than what we want, but that revenue share is going to make it so it's not directly lump sum out of your pocket. So I say Idol made a lot of mistakes, but Brave Group is fixing a lot of them. Mega has suffered 2 corporate agency mishaps. I'm looking for a strong agency to take Niji off the stage, but I fear that if this continues, Niji will eventually survive in its current structure for whatever reason. It's just going to survive in its current structure. Honestly, it will. It's fine if the rotting corporal contained within the archipelago. People are mistaken, but VTuber agencies are not charities. The idea of talent first is admirable, but it requires money and some standing in that industry. Most agencies that do it right after they enter the market will go under due to lack of funds. You need the money and popularity that comes with to be a good agency. Exactly, that's the issue. Idol had cracks before the Brave acquisition, and perhaps things will start a new spark for those remaining. That and the agency hounding Niji is phase. Niji can't beat the allegations of being Yakuza money laundering business. That's a baseless rumor. I will not take that as fact. That's a baseless rumor, and you should treat it as such, because we don't know about that. There's no proof of that. But other than that, there's no real agency that's going to be able to, other than Hololive, it's going to be able to compete against Nijisanji on any reputable stage. Independent VTuber news at this point, because another VTuber, YouTube Nito Y, has gotten to the 1 million subscriber mark, which is amazing. They're going to get their gold play button. Needless to say by now that there are a large number of livers who have been with Nijisanji for 6 years, Niji JP, and have not been treated well. That's why these people are putting it out there. They have low subs, they aren't getting supported, they were forgotten especially the early day ones, they were forgotten and left to their own devices, it seems like. Most of them were popular in 2019, but have been left behind, treated. One of the big ones is Salome. She was growing a lot, and she was just left to her own devices, and she's doing well, but not as well as she could have. An indie VTuber from Japan named Nito Y just reached 1 million subs. Let's take a look at her channel right here. Seems like she does a lot of covers, a lot of singing. She has a lot of shorts, and she gets a lot of views from shorts. And it looks like, yeah, she's getting like 1.5 million views on some, 160K on some, 79K on some. She has 1 million subscribers as shown here. From what I'm seeing, she is a channel that grew off of her shorts, and that's why she keeps short content as her main thing. And she gets pretty good views on her short form content. You know, 2 minute, 1 minute, 4 minute, that type of thing. She gets good views on all of that, which is what is driving her growth. She gets okay views on her streams, because when you get something from shorts, they're going to want just the short stuff. It's very hard to convert. Ask anybody who knows about YouTube. Very hard to convert short viewers into long form viewers. Short form content versus long form content. You get one or the other. That's why I stuck with long form content on this channel. Yes, I could do shorts and probably grow a lot, but they would only bring shorts form viewers. they wouldn't bring any long form viewers. Unless I did it connected to news or something like that, maybe a news shorts, maybe things like that. I can take a look at doing that and, you know, giving that in a try. But she has become rapidly popular. Seems another one of those VTubers with godlike shorts numbers, except their live stream numbers are healthier than is often the case in such channels. She has pretty healthy numbers for someone who just primarily does shorts, to be honest with you. Lives here, 65k, 68k, you usually don't get those. Usually don't get that number if you're just shorts, even if you have a million. Niji doesn't really promote much of anyone besides their golden geese, and in many ways, they're stuck in 2019. I've been subscribed to her for a few months. I think she was around 300 or 400k back then. Have been tuning in every now and then, but didn't realize she's been growing so much. So she had a huge growth period, which is great. And she kept her channel kind of feel, the kind of content, that type of thing. She kept that going, which is very, very hard to do. And I applaud her for it. Again, a non-Niji liver getting to 1 million again because of their hard work. They pushed exactly what they needed to push when they needed to do it, and they got it. Hello, everyone, and welcome again to the Vtuber Showcase that I love doing every single day for you guys on every single video because I'm giving back a little bit to the community that's given so much to me. Today we have moobievt, who is, according to them, a cow and zombie VTuber here to make sure people smile and have fun with my friends. So, it's the zombie thing has been done, of course. The cow thing has been done, but they haven't been mixed, as far as I know. This is a very unique thing. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Mooby, new VTuber, trying her best to make people smile. Rules, no children, no NSFW, and be nice. So, yeah, it's like minors do not engage, do not interact type of thing. So, let's take a look at their videos and see if they have any. Yes, they do. They do have some things. Let's take a look here.
I'm luring it away. You guys have fun. Come here. Come here. Come here, bitch. Yeah! Ugh! That's how it's done, bitches! I fucking killed him. I killed him. You guys, did you?
It was epic. I saw it. It was epic. It was absolutely epic. So let's take a look at Gunfire Reborn with Friends, like you're seeing here. Other things where they've done other little things. Of course, taking a look at their YouTube channel and seeing anything.
We're getting the booty and me the tentacles. I need them. I want them shoved down my throat.
Whoa!
Maybe
What?
I shouldn't say.
Get where? What?
That's weird. Yeah.
They just let out their inner voices were let out. But that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun of VTubing. I am so glad I found moobievt. I hope that you enjoy looking at this VTuber yourself as well. Thank you so much, moobievt, for being a part of this VTuber Showcase, and I hope that this helps you along in your journey and helps you grow. That is all for right now. Of course, comment, like, and subscribe down below. Thank you for being here. Of course, I love having the conversations with you guys. I love having these things with you guys, and I do appreciate it whenever you guys do comment. Take a look at my description for my socials. There's a Discord, there's Twitter, there's other places that you can check me out, Twitch, etc. And also check on your screen right now, because there might be a video that you might enjoy. Thank you.